Endotoxins are lipopolysaccharides that are located in the outer membrane of gram-negative bacteria, and they are released when bacteria die or are destroyed. This can happen during plasmid purification, resulting in co-purification of endotoxins. During plasmid purification, using a silica matrix, endotoxins can be co-purified because the fatty acid chains of the LPS are hydrophobic and can bind to the silica membrane, competing with the DNA molecules. Just like DNA, LPS has negative phosphate groups that bind anion exchange matrices during plasmid purification using this technology. Endotoxins have to be removed from plasmid DNA to guarantee optimal results. There are two ways to do this. One method involves removing endotoxins after DNA purification, and the other involves removing endotoxins during DNA purification. It is much easier and more effective to eliminate endotoxins directly during the DNA purification procedure. Anion exchange purification combined with an endotoxin removal buffer wash, as provided with QIAGEN endo-free plasmid kits, leads to endotoxin levels of less than 0.1 EU per microgram DNA. This is suitable for very sensitive cells such as human umbilical vein endothelial cells. If we rank the different plasmid DNA qualities by their suitability for transfection, we have on the lower end of the purification scale molecular biology-grade DNA, purified using chaotropic-mediated absorption to silica membranes. This purified plasmid DNA is sufficient for cloning and transformation of bacterial cells, but not for transfection. Cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation, a very time-consuming method, and anion exchange chromatography deliver plasmid DNA that can be used for transfection of robust and sensitive cells. The same is true for QIAGEN Plasmid Plus chemistry, which can ensure even lower endotoxin levels. Use of anion exchange chromatography combined with an endotoxin removal buffer results in DNA of the highest quality with the lowest endotoxin levels, suitable for transfection into very sensitive cell lines, as well as primary and suspension cells. To measure transfection efficiency, the PCMV beta vector, including the beta-galactosidase gene, was transfected into human hepatoma cells. Beta-galactosidase activity was measured using the beta-gal assay. As shown in the figure, we can see a correlation between different parameters: quality of DNA, amount of DNA, and the amount of transfection reagent. The figure shows that endotoxin-free DNA gives the best results in different experiments, but the amounts of DNA and transfection reagent also play a significant role. The optimal ratio must be calculated. In the experimental data shown here, an increase in transfection efficiency can be seen when using increased amounts of plasmid and effecting transfection reagent. We'll now discuss the effect of additional factors, such as cell culture and transfection methods. Regarding cell culture, the best practice is to use cells with a low number of cell cycles to ensure an unchanged genotype. The optimal cell confluence is around 40 to 60% at the time point of transfection. To obtain cells with normal cell metabolism, we recommend splitting them 24 hours before transfection. The transfection method must be evaluated to ensure minimal cytotoxicity. Non-liposomal liquid methods cause minimal stress to cells. Reduced stress results in higher survival rates, as shown in the figure on the right. Increased efficiency can also be reached if the transfection reagent allows the use of serum during transfection. As discussed earlier, Reducing the amounts of transfection reagent and DNA can have a positive effect. The ratio between plasmid DNA and transfection reagent has to be evaluated. In addition to endotoxin levels, the amount of supercoiled DNA also facilitates DNA uptake. High-quality plasmid DNA is usually around 90% supercoiled DNA. Co-transfected endotoxins can alter the original effect of the expressed protein. For example, endotoxins may have a positive or negative impact on the cell cycle, masking or enhancing the effect of the protein expressed from the transfected DNA. Nonspecific activation of immune responses in hematopoietic cells may also lead to misinterpretation of the effects caused by the transfected protein. In summary, increased endotoxin levels can lead to unreliable results. Therefore, co-transfection should be avoided or kept to a very low level. In conclusion, transfection efficiency is influenced by a variety of different factors. 3 key points should be noted. First, low endotoxin levels should be maintained to avoid artificial effects and cellular stress. Second, the response of cells to endotoxins can vary between different cell lines, and a critical level of endotoxin is hard to predict. And finally, low endotoxin levels are essential to accurately study the impact of the expressed protein. Thank you for participating in this bench tutorial. We hope that you have found it useful.
QIAGEN.
Sample to inside.